Alright, here we are in WildStar. This is Vaygrim coming at you with some add-ons. Now, this actually got eaten when I was doing the recording sessions for earlier this weekend because I have a new setup. I've got new hardware, and it's all test. It's all kind of an experiment in progress. So, some of this got destroyed because my audio didn't get recorded. Well, what I've got for you is information about add-ons. Now, add-ons are actually very, very easy to do in WildStar. There's two ways to do them. There is actually a WildStar folder under NCSoft under your app data roaming. That's in Windows. %appdata%, you put that in the run command or browse to that in Windows Explorer, and you'll be taken to a folder. Go to roaming, NCSoft, and WildStar. If there's not an add-on folder there already, go ahead and add an add-on folder. Just make it yourself. Add-ons. That's it. And all one word. And you can then download add-ons from websites like curse.com, and you can actually copy them and extract the zip files directly in there. Or you can actually do it manually. I mean, automatically with something like the Curse client from curse.com. They do WildStar add-ons. They've got a nice system that lets you manage it automatically. It's really nice. I like it. I don't see why people complain about a few ads. They've got to pay the bills. So, I've actually got a number of add-ons that are actually installed here, and there's a couple that I really do suggest. The one we're going to start off with is NavMate. Now, NavMate actually is very, very cool. Let me step out here. I'm going to bring up a window. And what I can actually do, if I remember right, it is Control right-click. And that puts down a waypoint. Now, you see that arrow just to the left of my icon, my avatar? It says Unknown Waypoint, Leviathan Bay, and it shows a distance. That is NavMate right there. You can basically put down your own waypoints wherever you want to. And you can remove all if you want to when you right-click on some. So it's very, very cool. That means that you can basically put your own stuff down if you want to and use it that way. I like it. NavMate is very nice. Set waypoint as arrow, remove waypoint, remove all waypoints. There's one over here, Quest Giver. Okay. So NavMate is very cool. Now, another thing that NavMate also does is up here on the map, you've got this little icon right here. Normally you have this one, and that is just the map menu. This one is NavMate, and it's got some settings. This is what's putting the clock right here under the minimap. And you can change that. I just set it to dock to the minimap automatically, but you don't have to. Yeah, there we go, right there. Coordinates, same thing. They're docked to the minimap, but I don't have to have them there. I could move them wherever I want to. Taxis. I think this is a higher level zone feature, fast travel between zones. I haven't gotten that point yet, but it shows taxi nodes on the map. You don't normally see them, apparently, and you can mute the taxi driver. I think that's pretty cool. Travel distance, basically, when you get within 10 meters, 10 feet, I think it is, 10 meters of your arrival distance, you can have it actually play a sound automatically if you want to, and it'll actually clear the waypoint, which I think is very, very neat. The arrow, the heads up arrow, hot, warm, or cold. So if you're going the wrong way and you're going too far the wrong way, it will actually start changing colors. That's pretty neat. Trade skill nodes that you can normally see. This kind of boosts it a little bit and lets you know what's going on. And some extra map features here and there. It really is. NavMate is a great one. And it's worth looking at. Now, another one that's really cool is one called Deadlock Extended. I'm going to bring this up right here. Let's move this up to the middle here. Deadlock, basically, when you normally are running around in WildStar, you're using WASD, W-A-S-D, to steer and move forward and backward. And then you can hold your right mouse button to move around. But that's me having to hold that button down. Well, what Deadlock does, you'll see, I now have what looks like a little reticle, a bubble, right behind my head. You see how that stays still even though my head's moving? Well, that is actually my targeting reticle. And I do not have, this is me clapping, both hands, I do not have any buttons held down, it locks it down for you. So you are automatically in mouse look mode. Now there's a couple of different options here. You just do right/deadlock. And, whoa, I have it set to where it is intelligent return. So when I do things like open my inventory, it automatically unlocks the cursor, lets me use it. When I close my inventory, it relocks it back to the middle of the screen. Toggle by key. And I have that set to X right below my WASD, so I can toggle it on and off, and then you can change the reticle right there. You'll see I got one right there behind my head now. It's very cool. I like it a lot. Deadlock is really a must for me. I think this is going to be useful in battlegrounds and in arenas when you got to move around a lot and you don't want to have to remember what button you're holding down. Now, here's the thing. It is a little different in that when you have ground target abilities, it does not actually free up your mouse when you're holding that ability down. You have to either unlock the mouse, unlock the cursor, or it just estimates and it puts that pool, the ground target, directly in front of you, basically under where that cursor is. So you can still use ground target stuff. It just basically places it right in front of you at your feet. So, which is very cool. I've got a settler here. I'm going to go ahead and just throw up a repair on that. So, Deadlock is very useful. I like it a lot. It gives the game a very smooth kind of a combat feel that I'm really into. Now, the last one I actually can't show you here. So I'm going to get to the next point where I can show you, and I'll be right back. Okay. So here we are in the next encampment. One of the most common things that you have to deal with in any MMO. Junk. Hate the stuff. But they have to give you money somehow. They can't just have more money dropped from the bad guys. That seems kind of cheesy. So they have junk, and they make you have to walk back and actually sell it at the vendors. Well, there is a mod called Junket.
You wanna buy? I wanna sell.
Now what I can do is I can go up here. Let's move this down just a little bit. We normally have selling of junk, right? And then we have repairing. Well, you go with Junket. It puts an icon right there. You do sell, repair. You can even keep salvageables if you want to, which things you want to sell, and you put the threshold, the minimum quality threshold that has to be, or it gets sold. Which means now, if I go back to this vendor, see that right there, transaction approved, 3 items sold. Now I'm less a whole bunch of junk. And if I want to, I can still go in here and sell off all this extra garbage that I've got. Repairs done. Junk sold, and I can even still use the buyback function if something automatically gets sold and I don't want it to. It's very nice, very great. I really do recommend. I honestly think the functionality of Junket should be included in WildStar itself. Now, that's how strongly I feel about that functionality. I really think it should be a base function. So there's Junket right there. It's all one word, Junkit. Let's see. Icon loot is very cool. Let me see if I can give you guys a demonstration of this real quick. I like icon loot.
Double kill.
Now what you'll see right over here, normally this is up here somewhere, but now it brings it down, more visible, and you see the icon of what you're getting and the coloration of it. It makes it much more visible and much more presentable. It's easier to catch out of the corner of your eye when you're getting a whole bunch of loot. And I really like that. So, this has been a quick glance at some of the early mods that the add-ons that I've really seen for WildStar that have really taken my fancy. And there's a lot more that I'm looking into that I'm going to bring to you guys. So on a regular basis, we'll go look, see what kind of add-ons have come out in the community, and see what they do and how useful they are. So keep your eyes peeled for that segment coming at launch of WildStar. Thank you for joining me. This is Vaygrim signing off. Bye-bye.